So, hi everybody, welcome to our leadership success story marathon. So today we are going to talk about a SPHRI certification by Human Resource Certification Institute International. So my name is Valeriy Oprya. I'll be telling about myself a little bit later, but first of all, I would like to introduce my dear colleagues. This is Malika Aizharyk and Ainur Serikbayeva. Welcome to our session.
Hello, Valeriy.
Yeah, so first of all, I would like to introduce you, and I would like to ask you to introduce yourself. Yeah, so what would you like to tell about yourself? Yeah, so how would you like to be introduced? So Ainur participated in our program just recently in 2023 and successfully completed the certification exam. So congratulations again. So she is seasoned HR leader, experienced HR business partner. And our second guest, this is Malika Aizharyk. She is senior HR professional, bringing strong leadership to all aspects of the HR management function and business environment. And if I'm not wrong, Malika, you participated in 2019, but got certified a little bit later, right?
I'm going to be certified in November this year.
Yeah, but this is recertification.
Yeah.
So this is another story. Yeah, so yeah, Malika, could you please start, just tell us a little bit about yourself. So how would you like to be viewed right now after the certification?
Yeah, it's like I think that certification was my some of the steps to systemize my full HR knowledge and expertise. First of all, in HR, like for 10 years experience, I have achieved some kind of level of HR leader in organizations, and after that I have decided to go for the certification just to recognize and to certify my knowledge and all those ability, skill set, and just to prove first of all for myself, and after that my journey didn't finish at all, so I decided just to go for another step in my career, in my life, and to go abroad and to prove myself here as an HR professional. And now I'm currently HR person, and my journey still didn't end. I'm still going on, and and
that's actually perfect, because I always keep saying that our learning and our journey will continue, and specifically the second life will start after we get certified. Yeah, so this is not the end.
Yeah, but it's like I want just to say that SPHRI, especially that HR certification I got in 2019, gave me like expanded my picture, that picture of everything what I had before, and I got a whole system of what is required for true HR professional, senior HR professional, in order to lead that HR function in a company, and to lead the business from perspective of HR, and I can say that now I can fully be sure in myself that I'm competent enough to do that. And thanks to this certification, first of all, and it also helped me to complete my study easily, in the UK where I am now, and it was easy for me to do so. And now I'm just thinking about the next steps in my career. So, thank you so much, Valeriy.
So just don't show all, don't open up all the secrets. You just use our time. So thank you very much. And now Ainur, she is back. So I would like to ask Ainur just a couple of words about yourself. Yeah, so your mic is not on.
You're muted, Ainur.
Sorry, I had some technical troubles here.
That's okay.
So as Valeriy, you're saying, my name is Ainur. I'm experienced HR person. I started working in HR maybe more than 20 years. Between this time, I switched my career one time to translation, but it took like 1.5 years, and then I get back to HR. So I started as HR assistant, and now I'm working as HR business partner. Through this time, I used to work as HR specialist, as training specialist, as HR administrator, HR coordinator, HR recruitment coordinator. So I know all the spheres of HR. I've been working on each sphere for 2 or more years. For the last 10 years, I've been working as HR business partner in oil company. So I have 2 departments where I take care about managers and employees. HR business partnering, it's very interesting sphere of HR. It is like to be a mini manager for each department and to deal with managers, to deal with personnel, to deal with their problems, provide legal support from a labor legislation side, and provide also HR support to all who is required. I used to have different trainings before. Even I had like 5 days training as a business of HR or something, and others. And also I completed CIPD in 2018, level 3. But with this SPHRI program, first time I met when I met you, Valeriy, you came to our company and you provided some trainings for us in compensations and benefits. So after that, we decided to communicate, and you sent me program. The program was very interesting for me because it looked easy, but it wasn't easy actually. But it contained all the components of HR which are required for me as HR business partner.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's continue a little bit later because we have a certain set of questions to be highlighted. So thank you very much for introductory words. Just get back to me. So I'm representing the company Umbrella Training Consulting, and our company is accredited partner of HRCI in Kazakhstan. So we are running the certification programs. And actually, we got the partnership in 2021. So the mission of our company is to serve the energy of change, and specifically of change in your life. And I'm very happy that we really are delivering on this mission. So this is one of the programs that we are very proud of. And it really helps us to contribute not only to the professional development of HR executives and leaders, but also to contribute to their leadership development. So let's continue about the story that you are bringing to this session. And first of all, I would like to tell our viewers, our participants, leaders that are joining our session about the philosophy of the certification, because there are lots of questions. Why do we need it after 20, 25 years of the experience, any certification? And many leaders are coming with different motivation. So first of all, this is the opportunity to recognize HR leadership qualification, as Malika said, and to recognize the professional achievements at the international level. So we always differentiate learning outcomes that are getting from the formal education, from the master's degree or bachelor's degree, versus the professional achievements that it added up to what we have learned so far. So the second point, it is to transform our leadership mindset, skill set, and tool set. And we also contributed a little bit to that because since 2021, we integrated leadership assessment into the program, and Ainur knows it because she also participated in such a leadership assessment. And secondly, as we are going to live so long, and it is predicted that it would be at least 120 years, so we need to maintain the level of our learning And this certification specifically allows us to drive lifelong learning for us. So then now the question over to you, ladies, is that what role does a SPHRI certification play in your professional development story? So what was specifically about you at that moment? So Malika, could you please start?
I think Ainur wanted to say something. So.
Yeah, please, Ainur, sorry.
Yeah.
That's fine. I was when we discussed this session with Malika, I told her you will be the first. She said, "No, you will be the first." So, okay. For me, I heard a lot about HR certification. There are, I think, 2 or 3 different certifications, and it looks. I thought it's something very, very difficult, and I cannot make it. My first impression was that it's really, really theoretical, and it's also in English. You have to have advanced English to understand the terms and understand the phrases and words which are used in the questions and in the text of books. But when we started to discuss with you, Valeriy, as you remember, you inspired me. You told me that you have a lot of experience, you should try. And I remember myself when I asked my manager, please, can I try? And to apply for this training, because as I understand, it was training first and then exam. It depended only on myself. So I have to pass through kind of preparations with Valeriy, with umbrella company, and then I have to take exam myself. I discussed several times this with my friends who already have this certification, especially with Malika. I told her that I'm afraid, I think I cannot do that, and Malika told me, please don't worry, try. If you don't do it from the first time, you will have a second opportunity in like few months. And I decided to try. We had very good, I think, support from Umbrella, from Valeriy. We had a chat which is still functioning. We can communicate with each other. There were 10 people, as I remember. They are all different from different companies. I was from oil companies. There were people from banks, from FMCG sector of the economic. So a lot of HR people, even I think from Russia. Yeah, one person was from Russia.
Yeah.
And we communicate and we discussed several cases, different cases during our lessons. And for 2 months, we had every 3 times a week. Yeah, 3 times a week we had lessons with Valeriy, and this was very helpful when we started to present ourselves, to answer questions during this session. I realized that I can do this because I can understand the questions, I can provide answers, I know the business, I know what is going on, what we are discussing during these meetings or our lessons. And after that, I started to read glossary, I started to see materials, I even tried to review our sessions in recordings, but I know that we don't have much time. It was really busy year for me because of my personal life and kids and everything, but I tried to do that, and I took 2 months preparation for myself. I started to read every day a little bit, just maybe try to remember our sessions, and then I just applied and passed this exam. And surprisingly, it was easier than I thought it would be for me. It really.
Yeah, so it means that you were very well prepared. Yeah, so you worked hard to get prepared. Yeah.
Maybe more practical because, as you said, I had a lot of experience, and some questions, even if I didn't know the theoretical part of it, I tried to be logical and try to answer how would the CEO answer, or maybe leader answer for this question, because how this will impact and what this will lead for the company if I answer this way or that way or another way. So I think that if you are HR and you are very experienced HR, more than maybe 5 years, you can try and apply for this certification. You can try yourself, and there are some actually like trial tests. You can try you can do this trial test and check yourself first, and then of course try to take this examination, because it's very helpful. And also it was one of my like checkpoint. I wanted to have this certification. Even when I passed it, when I put it on my wall in the office, it looked for me like I lost some kind of goal in my life, and I started to think about another certification, another diploma maybe. So for the next year, I'm thinking about master's degree in HR or maybe MBA even.
Okay,
So
great.
this certificate has really helped. And Valeriy, you are so good in inspiring people. You remember, as you remember, we met in Aktau, and this is our 1 hour, 1.5 hour conversation. It really helped me. It gave me confidence in myself, and I just decided to go ahead.
Yeah. And you did your best. Yeah, at the end of the day. Thank you very much. Yeah, so Malika, what about you? Yeah, you just started sharing with us that you went abroad. Yeah, you got another impulse in your life, but just quickly, specifically this certification, yeah, which role did it play in your professional development story?
It's like Ainur said, she provided, I think, a detailed her story, how she actually achieved this SPHRI certification. But I will be just short saying that, first of all, I went to that certification because of Valeriy Oprya. I just saw his name, and I know that he is the person who can deliver some kind of such information from HR perspective, and I just trusted because of the name. It's like when I saw that the lecture name will be Valeriy Oprya, I said, "Yeah, I'm going." I paid for this certification by myself and never regretted it, because of at that level of career, when you are like you're deciding for yourself what you need actually, and you never go to your CEO or director saying that I need this proof or something. If you need this proof, just pay for itself by yourself. That's it. And because of you are already HR leader, and what else you need actually, but. From that perspective, when I told my manager actually that I'm going to be certified, he said, "Oh, really? Let us support you, But I was surprised that he actually offered me that, and I said no. And from that moment, he understand that I will, in some time, I will leave the company, because I didn't want actually to make some kind of reimbursements, and so at that point, because when I got that certification, I already decided that I will go abroad, and that I needed it for myself to prove international environment that I am actually that HR professional that they need, But a little bit differences when you're going for the specific country. It's some kind of requirement for some of them, for some companies, not all, but to have this local education. That's actually actually this made me to have another decision to go for the master's degree after all. And after that I obtained that master's degree. I was fully competent. It's like comprehensive competent, and started again in an international company, like being a part of the HR team. We're not much there, but still I am leading most of the HR processes in our company, and I'm pretty happy. And thanks to this SPHR certification, because from that point this is like point of my life actually, that that journey actually to go abroad and change my life, and started. And I'm very grateful, it's because of see, it's just one to another, it's like just adding up one to another. And finally I'm here, and I'm still going and still keep going, you know. And the next step, like Ainur said, she's going to obtain master's degree, and some people saying you need to go for a PhD. I'm saying at some point of my life, maybe next year, maybe in 2 years, I will do this step as well, because like we will talk about this later. It's some kind of what the next steps after your PhD certification will be. So.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much for sharing. So just for those who don't know so much about HRCI, I would like to share some data. So HRCI, it's a HR Certification Institute that has been shaping global HR industry for more than 45 years. And by the way, this year they are celebrating their 50th anniversary. So it's a round date. And what is most important for us as HR leaders or HR executives who would like to promote the achievements, across the globe, So over 90% of Fortune 500 companies have leadership with HR credentials, from HRCI. So this is a very good indicator of high standard of excellence. And in between, this certification is accredited by the Institute for Credentialing Excellence, by NCCA, by Personnel Certification Body, and also it is a part of Technical Committee 260 by ISO, International Standard Organization, on Human Resource Management Standards Development. So this is, again, one of the, let's say, the benchmark, that is very critical for us, when we would like to impact so the HR at the global level. So, and I think that so the UK, other countries, they have joined this committee. So, by the way, you can earn credits when you contribute to the work of this technical committee locally. It's possible. And there was an announcement some time ago about that. So the certification level that you have successfully completed, this is a strategic level, and this is not only about the strategic level of expertise, but also it's a lot about leadership capabilities. And yes, of course, the knowledge, expertise is very important, but the behaviors, the strategies that you apply to transfer or convert this experience or expertise into the behaviors, the decision making, leadership development. So this is the most important at this level. So I would like to ask you, ladies, about how did your HR perspective and leadership view change or transform after or within this program? So did you observe any transformation regarding your leadership positioning within this program? So who would like to start?
Malika, you can start this time.
Okay. I will say then when I obtained this SPHRI certification, it was, I think it was COVID time, but it's like starting from that training session provided by Valeriy in like 2019. And I already had this like knowledge, not much knowledge, but some kind of, what is it, system, as I said, yes, and vision, and is somehow how actually to best approach some kind of what you need for your company in terms of your company, like what is it, what is like characteristics, environments, like factors which are impact your company, so you understand needs, and these needs actually they define that strategic level, and you go to your like directors board and saying that okay, our company like that is like it everything came from SPHRI actually, because before I knew it's like you said, Valeriy, it was mostly from expertise, but you never actually had the time to reassess, assess, or evaluate, from different like aspects this company, and you just analyze your company through all of these leadership strategies and what actually your company needs in terms of HR business strategy, and aligning your HR business strategy with the business itself. It's very important, and you are going to your management and saying that we need this and that, you know. And after that, of course, it's like change management, you know. We actually were like we were critically or like crucially trained on that, how to like reinforce and this change in your company, so in order this change happen. It's not easy, but it's like finally you are doing that. And when you see this change happening in your company, you're very like proud of it, because of you understand that you are like achieving high standards, you know. And this is, I call, strategical level, because of for example, most of the companies internationally doing the same, you know. I mean, just yesterday we had this mission vision blah blah session with the with the headquarter office, you know. But it's like they was saying about this thing, and it's like, how you understand. I'm saying that you don't need to understand it pretty much. You just need to like how that to keep everybody happy, you know. But when you know your stakeholders, when you know your customers, and when you know their needs, your company will succeed anyways, you know. But it's, of course, it's ideal picture to keep everybody happy, but you still need to strive to it, you know. And this will be your strategy, your mission. It will define your mission, vision, and everything, you know. Once you've got in your mind that your customers must be happy, as long as like if they're happy, you're happy, you know. And this is like both happiness strategy for your company. That's you need to understand. And whatever tools you will actually apply, and mostly coming from this uh you know, this toolkit already from this training of yours, or like any like university degree which you are like going to obtain, and whatever tool you will have for this, it will like you will have this what is like once you have this in your mind, that every person is like should be happy in your company, it will be fine, you know. So that's
Okay.
my vision.
Yeah,
This
thank
is
you
not
very much for this connection. Yeah, between happiness of the clients and happiness of our people. Yeah, because this is a very good equation of successful business. Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
So, I know, would you like to add up something regarding how your leadership
Mhm.
position changed?
Actually, I'm not in like such a high leadership position to see the very uh, extremely changes after my SPHRI certification, but I would like to say that this helped me to understand that our decisions, strategic decisions, they influence to our company and our people and our future development of the company. So from the practical point of view, I already knew this, that everybody needs to be involved in order to achieve one goal, one mission and vision and other things which organization have from the beginning. But this certification and first of all your lessons, they help me to structure this in my head, so I can now explain this to our employees, to the managers, and I can behave myself as a manager, even if I don't manage anybody, but I manage maybe processes. I manage people through managers. So it helped me, and I started to use terminology which I didn't use before. And there is a picture in my mind how it should look ideally. So we try to move and do everything as it's supposed to be and according to the best HR practices.
Hmm. Okay, great. Thank you very much for sharing. Well, it's very important thing that usually happens, yeah, when you reconstruct or reinvent, yeah, our understanding of the business and impact of the HR. Yeah, this is a very good example. Thank you very much. So let's move to how we actually prepare for the exam. And for those who actually doesn't know that, I will share a little bit, and then I would like to ask you as well, share your tricks and tips on how better to prepare for the exam. So what we actually did, or what we usually do, yeah, first of all, we are looking at the HR standards and requirements of the HR qualification, SPHRI qualification. Then we have a substantial overview of the HR best practices, models, exam items, terms, yeah, as you ladies said already. So we also run some self-assessment to identify certification readiness and competency gaps. And based on that, we are developing the personal development plan, yeah, where you see so what should be your focus, yeah, during the preparation program. Yeah, and also just over the last 2 years, yeah, we have been implementing a speech right body of knowledge workbook. Yeah, also if you would like to share some feedback on that, how it helped, so what was the value of that, and leadership assessment. And of course, yeah, so one of the main books for our preparation is book by Sandra Reed, HRCI Body of Knowledge. So was there any specific strategy or specific methods that you applied for your preparations that really just triggered the success you achieved? So who would like to share first?
I think Ainur.
I will share my experience. As I already mentioned, first of all, your lessons helped because we started to discuss things which I didn't use at my like everyday work. I started to read about terms and definitions of the business processes of HR processes in the glossary and also in the material which were provided by you, and also I think the sharing knowledge between people who participated in this group, it also helped. But for me, I'm like old school, old-fashioned lady, so I'd like the usual usual preparation. You read, you see, you watch some videos maybe. I started to follow some leaders in LinkedIn. I made my LinkedIn page more vivid because before that I was just registered and I never went into it. And right now I started to go into it every day. I checked for the things you write or other people who are experienced in HR write down there. And actually I didn't have a chance to fully read this book, but I think you provided it within our materials. Our workbook helped me because we did some exercising in that. It helped to, for example, when we have some kind of case, you can write down what cases you had in your experience in your company, how you deal with this question or other question, and this book is very structured. I would notice, and it's really brief, so you don't need to read much or to get some kind of vast knowledge, but you have what we discussed during our lessons you can find in this workbook. What I've noticed, and what else? Just reading, a lot of reading. That's what helped.
Yeah,
and
good.
also I tried to pass this trial test several times, and every time my result was higher and higher, and it also helped.
Yeah, thank you very much. So I always keep saying that so the trial test, this is a learning journey, learning opportunity rather than the evaluation. Yeah, because sometimes we may be disappointed by the first score, but this is the way how we learn. Yeah, the more mistakes we make, the more we learn. Yeah, so if everything is easy, then it doesn't stick to us, right? So Malika, yeah, you participated much earlier, and we didn't have this workbook or leadership assessment. Yeah, it was offline, but it was another story. Yeah, so it was 4 or 5 days long. Yeah, so what played or what actually helped you to succeed?
I think in that time, like you said, there was not much developed for to take on and to read. But it's like as long as you have your expertise already and working in a company, and like Ainur said, that training session with yours for 4 days, and I think it was 4 days, and those HR leaders who were participating, and that at that time we actually shared our cases, stories, and much more help for this, and just I think that I believe that I took that trial session through SPHRI, not SPHRI, HRCI site, and tried this trial also, and a lot of I actually connected with the participants from when I was taking the exam. Actually, I actually I connected with the people who participated, and like we shared again with our insights and everything, and somehow it was very, 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 how that very interesting journey of learning. It's like overall, and finally it's like I got my certification, and I'm going to be recertified in 2 months, and because I just wanna be at the same level, maybe not as the same already, but as like as already much more than the same, because of I've got a lot of insights from here. And it's like I just realized that only how many years, 3 years passed, but it seems like already I'm feeling like it's already 10 years past, and because the information is actually updating so fast, and like you said, you already develop a workbook, or like at that time it was self-assessment as well, but it was not offered to be that personal development plan. So I wish we could have it, and it could actually help a lot, because it took a lot of time to prepare through internet, through those books. Actually, HRCI offered it at that time, and I think I purchased one as a part of the exam, and all together it helped. But the main thing that you have in your mind that you need to pass, you need to you need to have this strong mindset, that is like your vision that you are already HR professional and finally you got it.
Yeah, exactly. So the image that you are bringing to your mind, by the end of the it matters. So if you position yourself as a leader, as an HR leader, so it is always winning strategy.
Yeah.
So we have successfully passed this stage in our development. Now, I would like you to move to future of HR, and it is also connected with the certification. Yeah, because there are lots of professionals and executives that are interested in the professional certification, like SPHRI. And I just recently got very interesting comment on that from one lady who said, "Oh, well, on one hand, it's quite interesting, to go through the certification. But on the other hand, why should we do this? Because artificial intelligence is going to substitute us." And it was quite amazing to hear from the quite strategically positioned personality that artificial intelligence is going to substitute even strategic level of HR. So, what is your opinion on that? Do you believe that future developments in technology in economy will actually transform our profession? And how?
I think that artificial intelligence can substitute maybe recruitment at the initial stage, maybe some kind of administration work with papers. In Kazakhstan, for example, we have more papers than in UK. I know this from Malika. But in general, we always will need human touch. We always will need a person who will be thinking strategically along with CEO, who will understand that every step HR will take, it will impact the future of the company. And also we have legislation. I know that we can program artificial intelligence and it can provide us advices and according to the legislation, but every case is individual and it's different, and you have to when you talk to the person or you talk to the manager to try to solve their cases, you always need your human touch. You need provide some understanding, not always act as a robot and do everything in accordance with legislation only or only HR business practices. You just, I think we will need people anyway. Maybe we will automate most of our job. It will help. It will help, for example, to administration part of HR a lot. I know that some in May I was on HR forum and I heard that Air Astana company, they use artificial intelligence bot chat for screening the candidates. For screening, they do through these messengers and they choose the people after the messenger discuss some things in messenger with them, and then they choose a certain amount of people based on the criteria which they provide to artificial intelligence. I think for recruitment it will be very useful too in future. But for partnering, for the HRD, HRM, I think we always will need person. As Malika mentioned already, maybe one operations person and one strategic person will be always required in HR.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So Malika, would you like to add up something?
Yeah, it's like just I totally agree with Ainur, and like she said, here, for example, in the UK, a lot of companies have such systems already, bots, automated, like they're answering the questions, and not only in HR related, but sometimes, for example, you need a person who will explain you this term of law or something, like going deep, and because people at all ages can not understand what actually written on the paper, and for example how the system is working, artificial, for example, chatbot, because we were developing something for our company as well. So they're just taking, you're putting keywords and they are taking from the policy, HR policy, those related to this question, and like factors, and identifying those factors, and giving the answer. But after that, you're saying like, I want a like deeper explanation. Why you are not giving me the exact answer on my question? But I don't understand you. I don't understand your question. Can you please repeat? Oh my goodness! It makes you like, okay, so I'm calling my HR person. I'm mailing my HR person to explain what this bot actually just provided me, because I need this explanation from the people and how it works on practice, practically working. Because this part, you can use those bots, those automated systems for the simple questions, like how many annual leave, for example, per year I have in this company, I would have, or something like that, or like, but never like on a strategic level, like what will be forecast or something. Like they can provide forecast, but they will never take into account all the external and internal factors of your company, which will impact your HR strategy. It will never do like that. And it's like, that's actually ensure that HR professionals will be still required, like internationally, nationally, locally, whatever, but because it's still HR, human resource management, it's all about people, and these things just exist because they need to help you to improve your day-to-day processes. That's it. I think it's my personal view.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing. Well, actually, I totally agree. Yes, of course, there are lots of debates about the future of HR. And one of the predictions is that I think it's already happening right now. We observe how the HR profession is transforming into this direction. But it was, I think, several years ago when there was a discussion if we transfer OHR tools or people management tools to line managers, to top managers. So how will HR change? And there was a prediction that this profession will just transfer to organizational development specialists. So the focus from people will shift to the organizational impact. Well, actually, this is happening right now. Probably it will change the name or a little bit the nature of the job will be changing, but still it will exist. Yeah. So in this form or in another form, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and my last question for today's session is just how do you feel after you have completed this journey successfully? So, what opportunities are you just identifying after you have another perspective across the world?
I think Malika can share because her life changed a lot, as she mentioned. So you can share, Malika.
Yeah, it's like when you achieve some kind of level in your career, and for example, in Kazakhstan, I have achieved some kind of level as an HR executive, and going forward, I was going to study here because I needed that qualification to start my life here, and but like. What can I say? After like you obtained all the knowledge and you've got your expertise and all qualifications already, so it's just you need to change for like not change, choose for yourself. You know what you want. Actually, it will define your future path. You know, if you wanna stay in your company and lead this HR function for the company, it's like in scale of just on company. You know, but if you want to expand, of course, you'll just going to open some kind of business like I already told Valeriy, like you do, because you are also HR professional, senior HR professional, and you have actually achieved that level that you need to share your knowledge. You know, you need to be like to deliver the to deliver this message to people that they need to like improve themselves, and this is good actually. You know, and I see if you want to grow, you need to like to go through those steps, but every person, every individual define for himself what actually will be the next step. You know, it depends on your needs. You know, so like Ainur said before, she said that maybe next year she will obtain an MBA or a master's degree. So I went through this path already. So and the next step actually obviously would be PhD or something, but you know, I will choose this if I only decide to go for some kind of Twitter career. You know, it's some like train the people to deliver the also the to share the knowledge of mine, and like I had those lecturers in my university which were like, and they said obviously you can achieve this level as well, but do I need this? I need every person should like ask himself, you know, do I need this? If I need this, so I will go. If I don't need this, so you just keep going on at your level. But again, you know, when I will just share an example, uh, my CEO actually at my previous company asked me, whom you would like to be. For example, now you are HR director. Now, whom you would like to be in the next like 3 years? So I said, and he actually just assumed, you know, he's saying that maybe you want to be like a CEO or like I am a general director. Maybe you want to be executive CEO, executive looking after financial part of the company and all of the strategic thinking, like all those financial flows, you know, and thinking about how to provide all financial stuff for our company. I'm saying maybe, who knows? Maybe in some point, at some point of my life, I will decide to go for that. But maybe I will be just independent consultant and some kind of just share with the whole world of like HR leaders and everyone who wants to obtain this knowledge. And this is up to everyone, you know. So.
Mhm. Yeah, thank you very much. Well, um, by the way, it is a very promising future because the number of CEOs over the last several years that were promoted from the HR roles has substantially increased. So CEOs are not only from the financial background, operational background, but also from the people side. And HR, it is the best successor. Yeah. It is the best talent pipeline that actually can prepare for the CEO roles. Specifically today in our bunny world, yeah, when you have to reinvent the human story in the organizational setting. So, and I think it is also what you mentioned. It's also very important, yeah, that this certification or another learning opportunity, yeah, it really helps us to identify our next steps. Because if we didn't take, for example, this program, yeah, probably we would have never thought about what might be our next step, right?
Yeah.
So as for me, I got certified in 2018. It is also one of the turning points in my career because it gave me much more being courageous in thinking and in choosing. So what I'm going to do, what projects I'm going to realize, so what clients I'm going to work with, and why I'm going to provide this solution but not that solution. And of course, it also resulted in increase of the confidence level. Yeah, and another thing that I always catching myself by this is the learning, the continuous learning. Yeah, because every time when you prepare for the session, you are always opening up this world again. And you know, I'm always amazed that, oh my God, I didn't know this, I didn't know that, and how I'm going to present this, because you know it's we are changing every year, yeah, every day, and when we are looking at the same knowledge, at the same expertise, I think this is also the opportunity to reinvent yourself. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I absolutely see that I see everything with new eyes, even if I do this for the so right now we are running the 12th group. Yeah, so this is for the 12th time, but it never repeats. Yeah, it's always a new learning for myself as well.
Great.
Sure.
Great.
Sure.
So Ainur, would you like to add up something?
Actually, you mentioned everything I was going to say, but for me personally, senior professional HR international certificate was like apogee of my knowledge, expertise, and experience. I realized that I should be more confident, and after the certification, I become more confident that I'm really HR professional. I would recommend to take this certification to every HR person, and especially work through umbrella with Valeriy. It's very helpful, and I think my life will change after certification. Right now we just are waiting for some family circumstances, but it's going to change. I'm sure in it. And as I already mentioned, I'm planning to continue my education. Next year, I would like to apply for master's degree or maybe MBA. It would be better because in this case, I will have more opportunity to apply for jobs beyond HR.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So actually, our talk is closing up. Yeah, thank you very much, ladies, for sharing these fantastic stories. I'm very glad to see you. So we don't see each other so much, yeah, so far. I hope that we really energized and inspired other HR leaders, executives to really go through this certification, because it's not only the opportunity to learn something, but also to transform and reconstruct the experience, right? So thank you very much. If you would like to say something as a farewell to our future SPHRI stars, you're welcome.
I would like to say you thank you, Valeriy. I don't know, I will, of course, be in touch with you because of the recertification after 3 years. I hope we will meet each other and you will inspire me again. Thank you.
Yeah, I
Welcome.
would like also to thank Valeriy very much. Personally, it's because of, as I said, this only that I saw that Valeriy will deliver this training session as a part of a speech or a certification. I didn't think about that. I just went for it, and you actually Valeriy is one of the best, and in delivering this SPHRI certification, and if they you your next joiners will join you in your future adventures, it would be very great, and it would very much helpful for both sides, because like as Valeriy said, he's always, it's like you're like a lecturer at university, it's like they are learning with their students all the time. And
Just one night before the lecture.
so wish you every success, wish you like to grow and have your new students and our HR community to adapt with great leaders, and let us be very successful in our transformation and delivering best results for our families, companies, whatever, the world itself, globally. So what is it? It's like it's starting from a PHRI, but it's if you are looking at it globally, it makes a big difference, for you and for your whole community and world itself, So thank you so much, Valeriy. So
Thank you,
grateful.
ladies. Thank you, Ainur. Thank you, Malika. It was a great pleasure to see you and to follow up on our learning journey. I'm absolutely sure that so every meeting in our life, yeah, so every person that we meet, it is not just by accident. Yeah, it is just one logical step towards other achievements and other stories and adventures. So I hope that we will see each other, probably in England, probably in other countries. Why not?
May I say something? I didn't know that Malika passed this exam through Valeriy. Really, I didn't know. When I already started, I think, and we discussed this with Malika, and Malika said, "Oh, I had it with Valeriy Oprya too." And I said, "What? We are friends, and we discussed this examination so many times, and we didn't discuss the person who delivered the training."
No,
It
I
was
know you're not right. Actually, I
no,
told you
I
that it
didn't.
was
I
a
really
very
didn't know. I didn't know.
maybe
I find out
you didn't.
later when I already passed my courses with
No, I know,
Valeriy.
but you maybe you didn't actually remember that thing. But I told you that because we met Valeriy before in 2004 in Weatherford when we were doing this benchmarking, salary benchmarking thing. So,
It
and
was without me. I already didn't work
I
for.
told you, but obviously I told you I couldn't tell it because maybe you just
So
didn't
sorry.
remember.
Yeah, but
But
this is a
thank you
very
very
good
much,
thing that you
Valeriy.
recollected it right now.
But I agree with you, Valeriy, that every person you meet, it has a certain purpose in your life, and I think this is the way it should be. That we have this session today, and I passed this with you, and Malika did, and we know each
And
other.
not only Ainur, one of my actually from my environment who is asking about Valeriy and this SPHRI certification. And when they are coming to me and saying, did you pass that space parage certification with Valeriy Oprya? I did. I truly recommend, and it's like 100% to 200% recommend to go with Valeriy and umbrella company, and because of it much depends on the tutor, on the person who delivers actually, and the results much depend on it. So thank you so much, Valeriy. We succeed.